Hello, and welcome to Cork Unitarian Church's Sunday Thoughts. Today's meditation is about believing. Now, various topics related to beliefs and believings have been closely associated with religions, probably for as long as there have been religions, and has been, and certainly is the case with Christianity, which is the religion most of us in this part of the world are most familiar with. Beliefs are positions we hold that help us make sense of our world and our place in that world. As a practical matter, we can say that a belief is a supposition or assumption that a person can use to guide their decisions, behaviors, and feelings. One important thing about beliefs is they provide us with the reference data we need to anticipate future events and the consequences of our actions. For example, based on the look of the sky and what I have heard, do I believe that it's going to rain? And if so, based on my plans for tomorrow, do I believe that I need to alter my actions accordingly? For instance, take an umbrella with me. Another important thing about beliefs is that they provide us with a sense of security and comfort, peace of mind. Consider the popular loving kindness meditation with its affirming statements. I am loved. I am lovable. This meditation is a tool to reinforce a particular belief that both comforts us while simultaneously is building our emotional resilience by shaping our beliefs. Now, sometimes you might hear somebody ask, what is it that you believe? Of course, that is a broad question, and to answer it, we would need to know a bit about the context. Believe about what? But there are other aspects to that question as well. I can believe that, or I can believe in. For example, in the 1920s and 30s, most Irish people would likely believe that Michael Collins was the chairperson and military commander of the Irish Free State. However, only those pro-treaty supporters within Sinn Féin or the later Fine Gael political parties would likely have said that they believed in Michael Collins. Believing in is an aspirational statement, which in this example would mean that a person supported the goals, policies, and actions associated with Michael Collins. Now, for some individuals, this believing in might have been technical and an analytic type of belief. Those people might have known and understood all the details and nuances around the Anglo-Irish Treaty of 1921 and all of the follow-on proposals in the pro-treaty political parties. Alternatively, other people, for them, believing in might have just meant trusting and deferring to the leadership qualities and decisions of Michael Collins. So it appears that often when we use the words like believe that, we are probably referring to a fact that we believe to be true. It could be a directly observable fact like, I believe that 1 + 1 = 2. Or it might be something that I take on faith from a trusted source, like a parent, a teacher, or my culture, like I believe that the earth is round. In both of those believe that examples, I was describing things that we might agree are considered universal truths. These are assumptions that we hold that are either self-evident or we can safely assume they are held by almost everybody. Universal truths serve as societal or cultural norms that represent beliefs that are ubiquitous in our society. Universal truths occur both in believe that and believe in situations. We're often surprised when we meet someone who does not share these beliefs, these universal beliefs. For example, when we encounter a flat earth believer, we might be surprised that their belief is so out of the norm. Believing is part of all of our DNA. Like it or not, humans has evolved as a species because we not only learn through our own experience, but because we also have the built-in ability to acquire the learned beliefs of other people. It is an irony when I hear a clever quip like, "Believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see." That apparent caution to us to rely on only our personal experience are very often, those types of comments are traced back to extremely literate people like Edgar Allan Poe or Ben Franklin, who were themselves serious students of other people's beliefs and utilized their study of them to form their own beliefs. Now, some of you who live in Cork may know that the Cork Unitarian Church meets at the Civic Trust House on Pope's Quay. And our next door neighbor are the Dominican Friars at St. Mary's Church. Now, they have a coffee hour about an hour before their Sunday church service, which is also an hour before our Sunday church service. And it's fun to go over there occasionally for an ecumenical cuppa before heading to our own church service on Sunday. And one of the nicknames from the Dominican Friars one of the sayings from the Dominican Friars relates to their nickname. They're referred to as the Order of Preachers. And the particular saying that they have associated with their order is "Contemplata aliis tradere." Now, this is a Latin phrase which in English translates something like to hand down to others the fruits of contemplation. Now, a cynic might take that and interpret it to imply, "I'll figure it out and then tell you what to think or believe." But alternatively, one might better take it as guidance or an encouragement to those who have put in the time and effort to help others to learn from that collective experiences as they develop their own beliefs. From a Unitarian perspective, we don't have a creed or doctrine for you to believe. We hope to share our experiences and pass them along the principles that we have learned based on our own life lessons. Our way is to support you in your journey to refine your own beliefs. Now, today I'd like to challenge or encourage you to think about what you believe about believing. And I would encourage you to think about it from both an analytic perspective and also an emotional perspective. Kind of a personal belief assessment. Here are 10 considerations that I want to share with you. How do your current beliefs make you feel about yourself? Can you remember when in your life you previously modified your beliefs, and how did that change go for you? How do you believe that your current beliefs are helping or hurting you? Do you believe that your current beliefs are inspiring you? How do you balance those beliefs that you have been taught with your own lived experiences? Through maturity or experience, have you ever outgrown or needed to challenge some of your then current beliefs? Are you carrying around any superfluous beliefs that have no real impact on how you live your life? Have you needlessly elevated the preferred opinions of others or yourself to the status of beliefs? How do you deal with times when you hold unpopular beliefs? And finally, are there some beliefs that you have discarded in the past that might seem to make more sense to you in your current life experience? These are just some considerations. And with a little bit of self-scrutiny, may you become someone who you and others can believe in. I wish you peace and blessings and look forward to talk with you the next time. God bless.